Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on The Flash, Season 9. So heading into this final season of The Flash, we are expecting, just a handful or a few familiar faces, to show up to see the show out after a 9-season journey. Of course, some have already been confirmed via some set photos and just general press releases and all of that. But I would say none of them are massive returns. Like any that make you go, oh my god, I can't wait to see them show up again. Haven't seen them in ages. People are still waiting for, like a main villain potentially from a previous season or one of the major heroes from the other shows to be confirmed to show up. That's sort of what people are waiting for if that's going to happen. Now, the top 3 candidates for most people, from what I've seen when it comes to characters that were either in only one season of The Flash, like as a main villain, or as like a main character for only one season, or from another show to, return in this final season of The Flash to show up, say hello, maybe help take down a villain, all of that. Supergirl, that's a very common one I see. Zoom would have to be up there, and Green Arrow or Oliver Queen. And out of these 3, for me, you should know Oliver Queen. Oliver Queen? I mean, maybe that's on some weird, very hygienic, world or Earth in the multiverse, but Oliver Queen would be the coolest to show up, for me personally. And recently, Stephen Amell, who of course played Oliver Queen for 8 seasons of Arrow, addressed season 9 of The Flash and, whether he would be up for it or, not up for it, as well as if anything is actually in the works for him to show up again in The Flash season 9. So this was on an Instagram live in which he talked about all this. So people, I guess, bring it up in the live chat or something. I don't know. But this is what he actually said. People ask me if I'm going to come back for The Flash's final season. I guess you're just going to have to watch. I haven't been asked, but, that'd be fun. Now, whether or not Steven has actually been asked or not, who knows? Unless someone watching this video or myself or just someone in the world bugged Steven's phone or was a fly on the wall during any potential conversation about him coming back. We don't know. I don't know. Do you know? But this is similar to what some other actors have said when it comes to returning to other things in the past. That they haven't heard anything or they haven't been asked and all that different stuff. I mean, we only had it about a week or 2 ago with Teddy Sears, who played Zoom. He pretty much said the same thing for the most part, but he hasn't been confirmed to come back. We don't know if he is. But regardless of whether they are or are not going to show up, they aren't going to tell us, are they? I mean, why would they spoil it if they were going to show up? That wouldn't be that cool. Be like, oh yeah, I'm showing up. This is exactly what I do. I spoiled it for you. Have fun watching what I just told you. Like, it's not going to be that big of a surprise. And I could see, if they did bring Oliver Queen back, that it'd be something that they'd try and contain, I think, to make it a surprise, or at least hold off on it until they can do something themselves to promote it. Like, they wouldn't want it being spoiled through set photos or someone like seeing Steven in Vancouver around the Flash set or something like that. They wouldn't want that. Now, the Flash is about halfway through filming for season 9 at this point. I did actually see just before I record this video that Daniel Pennebaker, who plays Caitlin, posted a thing on Instagram saying they're about halfway through. So that's about episode 7, that area, if not just past it. But we know they don't finish filming until about March, I think it is. So there's still like 3, if not 4 or so months to go of filming. So there is still a lot of time to see who does and who does not rock up to where the Flash films and decides to maybe suit up again and help out. We have gone over the ways in which like Oliver Queen could show up again in the Flash before in some detail, so we won't dive deep into those again. But of course, like coming back as a Spectre, coming back in a flashback, coming back as a multiverse version, or just general time travel seem to be the decent choices that we have brought up before in either the videos or some of you in the comments section and stuff like that as well. Now, I think Steven would like to come back. I mean, The Flash's final season is technically, from what we can see, the final season of the Arrowverse if you look at it properly. So it makes sense for the character and just the guy that started it to be there in some capacity when it comes to an end. It would feel fitting. It's not like Steven has to be forced in to do it, but it would be nice at the same time. But as I've said before, we have had, like with Supergirl last season, no one from any other shows showed up at the end of that show. So it's not like this is like there's like a prerequisite that people have to show up for the Flash's final season. But seeing that it is appearing to be the final thing that's connected to the Arrowverse that will be on TV, it would, I guess, feel fitting that people show up to see it out. But of course, this is a wait and see. As I said, I think if Steven does come back, they probably won't spoil it. This will be like something that's really held on until the last minute, and then maybe they use it as some sort of promotion thing. If not, they just keep it a secret right till the end if he does show up. So I don't think we'd get any announcement for it. At least I don't think we would. I think they'd try and keep it secret, but I don't know. But yeah, just some minor things to end off the video. I should have said at the beginning of the video, we're going to do this, the Oliver Queen stuff and then some minor stuff. But yeah, some minor stuff. So John Wesley's ship, he's been in talks, like he personally hasn't been in talks, but he's been in like the talk of people over the past couple of days because of some stuff he's posted about Stargirl and suggesting that he's showing up in the finale, which that's a wait and find out. Only got like, what, 5 days? 5 days? 4 days? Something like that until that finale airs for Stargirl. Now, one other thing is that there was a convention and actually I think it was 2 people or maybe 3 said they went up to him and saw him. I don't know where the convention was, but John Wesley's ship was there. And I think Brandon Routh was there, but I don't think Brandon Routh said anything about returning. But I think a lot of the Legends people were there from memory. But John Wesley's ship was at this convention and someone went up to him. Actually, a couple of people went up to him and asked him if he was in the final season of The Flash, and he said yes, he's going to be back for the final season. Now, this is no shocker. I mean, seriously, did anyone think he wasn't going to be there? But I don't think he confirmed whether he had already filmed for this season or not. But even if he has, you would expect him to be in those final episodes of the season to wrap up the show and its characters. That doesn't mean he's in the finale. I'd assume he would be, but he'd be towards the end to wrap up, you know, the Flash family type of stuff and everything like that. So this isn't too much of a shock, but at least you know he's going to be there before you actually start watching the show, I guess. Now, one other thing which it was, you know, talked about a lot and was a bit frustrating was, of course, we had that fake trailer, like, I don't know, like a week ago or something like that. I don't know, time flies. I think it was about a week ago, maybe just over a week ago. But another thing that came out was some fake release dates. So there was a fake release date on that trailer, but these fake release dates actually came from a source that I'm very trustworthy of. Now, people have come out and said that they've had issues with them in the past, which I'm not denying. They probably have, especially after this debacle. But I personally have never. They've always been like a site that's always gotten like episode names early and stuff like that. So it's always been a decent place for me to go to get some stuff early. But SpoilerTV.com posted fake release dates for both The Flash and Superman and Lois. And I think, was it Riverdale? I think Riverdale was the other show. So they said that Flash was coming back, I think, January 31st, I think it was. And like Superman and Lois was like the 18th or something like that, which has been confirmed fake by the CW. Yeah, I don't know why they did it. Not too sure why. For me, it's a first with them being weird like that. But if you have seen those release dates and you still think that's the actual official release date, they're not real. So yeah, lucky they were confirmed fake, because I probably would have made a video on them because they've been so reliable in the past. So thank God they were sort of debunked like what, a handful of hours after. So yeah, if you've seen those release dates and you think they're real, just reminder, they're not. They're fakey poo-poo. And the last thing is actually something that only came to my attention about 40 minutes ago. And that was something that David Ramsey hinted at on social media about the future of DCTV, might I say. And he, you know, hinted at it in a more positive way. Sort of like, you're coming out of the darkness into the light. However, I am waiting to hear back from someone that I've messaged about all of this that might be able to give me some better clarity around all of it. So I don't want to jump into it and really just be swinging for the fences, you know what I mean? They're going to give me some clarity around it and exactly what he could be hinting at and everything like that. So yeah, I saw it. For those that have sent it to me, I've had a decent amount of people send it to me, like screenshots and stuff like that, or just other tweets and posts that have mentioned it. But I want another day or two before speaking about it more until I hear back in regards to all of it. So yeah, I've seen it. Gets me curious, gets me excited, gets me a bit, how you going? But I want to wait. So keep your eyes out for that, and we'll discuss it over the next day or two, maybe 3 days. You'll see the video when it comes out. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome. You could drop a like on it, show support. Let me know in the comment section down below your various opinions about this. What are your thoughts on the Oliver Queen stuff? Do you think this is a hint from Stephen Amell that he's coming back? And if he is coming back, let's just assume that he is, how would you want him to come back? Would you want him as a Spectre, through a flashback, multiverse? You know, before it was sort of like a random thing that we're just talking about. But with the Red Death stuff, it seems like the multiverse is back in place. So could Oliver Queen show up in that fashion? Or is time travel the answer? So you get like the version of Oliver Queen that we liked, you know, in the early, like, you know, I guess before Arrow ended. So let me know your thoughts down there, as well as, you know, any of the other stuff that we talked about in this video. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, I will catch you guys later. Goodbye.